Okay. Are we shooting?
Yeah.
All right, right now?
Everybody's wearing the same clothes, by the way.
I know, but my hair is down. And
We're
I
doing
thought
two
it would
videos
look-
on the same day, and Anna's trying to trick everybody to think this is a new day.
It's not. It's the same day.
We just
My
all wear
hair's
the same.
just down.
We just all wear the same clothes.
Okay. So we have some stories from Dan and Linda, and they were gonna jump in and tell us about.
Well, we're trying to figure
Linda
out.
doesn't want to be on video, but here she is anyway.
We're trying to figure out like how this house was when
Uh-huh.
Dan was here. You know, as a child. If you remember, they spent Thanksgiving or Christmas
Christmas
Eve
Eve.
here
Yeah.
every year. That was their tradition, and so we're trying to figure out like, was this wall here or was that wall there? I
So
think
why don't
maybe-
we let Dan tell us?
Yeah.
This, as I kind of get my bearings, this was the room where we would have the big gathering.
Yeah.
And that's the fireplace. I'm pretty sure that this wall
Yeah.
was not here because this space was wider at
Okay.
the time.
I've wondered
And I'm,
that.
and I'm pretty sure that that wall was not there because this
So this was
one,
just a huge open room?
open room because the Christmas tree would be over there. So that picture that she showed you was kind of over in that
Okay,
part
got
of
it,
the room,
got it,
and
got
then
it.
the fireplace was here. We would eat in the kitchen, the little buffet or whatever you
Sure.
call
Oh,
it.
that was there?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
there. So
okay,
all the little
okay.
kids got parked at that thing
Yeah,
to eat
yeah.
whatever. And so yeah,
I
that was the
wondered
deal.
that though, because when we first bought the house, I walked in, I was like, because originally we wanted to open it as a coffee shop and
Mhm.
private event space. I was like, well, I would do like a flower thing here to like sell fresh cut flowers. Because I was like, well, you can't really have a sofa here. Like,
Yeah.
how do you operate with
Yeah.
a fireplace? So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think
Because we
that's
haven't
right.
been able to figure out like how did this room operate with this fireplace?
Right, right.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because she had like an old organ
Yeah.
in here.
And
That's right.
an accordion.
Yes,
Yeah, she would-
girl,
that's
she
right.
had an accordion.
But I forgot she
Oh,
played organ, a
she-
pump organ. She'd be pumping away
She
like.
had an organ in here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And she was kind of like the entertainment at that
Sounds like
Christmas
it.
thing. I mean, she would sing and we would
This is
sing.
Her name is Lou. Wait, what was her name?
Lucy
Lucy.
Bell.
Lucy Bell.
Hollingsworth.
Your great aunt.
Great grandmother.
Great
grandmother.
Oh my gosh, I have a friend named Lindsay Bell who had a daughter named Lucy.
Ah,
But
look
she,
at
but
that.
she has a different last name now.
There's some synergy out there.
Hi, Lindsay Bell. Your birthday's coming up. Happy birthday. Okay, what else about the house? You want to walk back here? and-
Yeah, so the other big thing is, oops, one of us.
That wasn't there.
There was a roof, we called it a basement, but it was really a root cellar. It was a dugout underneath the house. And Joe Papaw, being the son of a hardware store owner, would always store, I can remember like screws and nails
Yeah.
and doodads
Yeah.
and baby food jars
Oh yeah, like
down in this
My-
root
my
cellar.
my grandfather did that too.
Okay.
And he had a board, and then he glued the jar tops. So
Oh,
it was like it was.
Oh, that's pretty fancy.
I
You
know.
That's
I
taking
loved
it to the next
I
level.
know.
That's
We're-
next level
We
baby-
really like
baby food jar
geek
stuff.
out on like organizational
Oh
stuff.
man, I love it.
yeah.
But this was just dug out of the dirt. I mean, he literally had like a dirt wall and had little nooks dug out, and these little jars would sit in this little, and we just loved to go down there because it was like a cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And,
like that. You've been under the house.
It's not quite, yeah, I'm not thinking that there's a cave.
Of course, I'm little then, so
Yeah,
things
yeah,
seem
yeah,
bigger.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
probably not very big in reality. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was the other thing. And I grew up 10 blocks from here.
Oh
you
yeah,
really?
Yeah,
he
so
grew
we
up
ride
in,
my bike.
McKelvey house.
McKelvey house.
Yeah.
The stone one.
Yeah.
You grew up in the McKelvey house.
Yes.
Are you a McKelvey?
Nope. My parents bought it from his Dr. McKelvey's estate in '66, I think.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother was very good friends with the daughter,
Really? What was her name?
Helen Creasy.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
this is-
yeah.
this is the
Which
north-
this is
Oh,
how
yeah,
we
we're
say
going
the
Old
Creasy
Temple
Drive.
now.
This is how it is
Yeah.
on the north side.
Yeah.
We can geek out on all that.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
And so
Whoa.
the kids,
Have you seen what they've done to that house?
I had, well, outside, we
Yeah.
keep threatening to stop and knock
Oh,
on
you
the
should.
door
We're
and
friends
just.
with them.
Okay.
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
I'd
so
love to. And
so
they may want our book. if
the
we
Carpenters.
have it.
Oh no,
They may want to hear
definitely
stories.
We have the book
So-
of the historical
Well,
designation
they moved
process.
to that house because it was historical. So they're the ones, Candy and what's her name? Nolan Carpenter. Hi guys. They're the ones that made me start to realize that people move here for a historic home, and they were looking on like all the historic
I mean, they
registries.
moved from like northeast Texas, I want to say.
Really?
To
And they
Belton.
sought that out?
Well,
They
to
moved to
Belton
Belton.
House.
Okay.
And then
and one of those
that
big
one came available. They moved.
Victorian houses that are all businesses. and they didn't want to be there anymore because they were businesses. So they wanted to be residential, and they bought the McKelvey house, and they've done great things.
Oh,
with
I'd love to
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
Oh, wow,
Wow.
that is so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either, so we're coming over, guys. I'm getting excited. If you have a historic house in Temple, let us know. We'll come see.
I think that house has like 16 rooms in it.
16 rooms,
Oh, yeah.
4 baths.
My
about
mom, my
5,000
grandmother
square
had
feet.
stories about like them, doing dead things there and
Yep.
all of it. Yeah, because she was real good friends with the. She married Lucius. It was whoever was it that married Lucius.
I got a Lucius story.
Oh, God.
So,
This is on
moved in, I
video.
was 6 years old, right? And I'll never forget, there was a bathroom upstairs that had like these wood paneled walls, and somebody had scratched in there, "Boo, Lucius is a creep." And so it's probably one of his siblings or
Right,
something.
right.
So I've always remembered that, and I found my dad finally painted over it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so anything else about that house? I know the staircase is new.
Yeah.
And the second story was not here.
Not that I was
Not
ever
finished out.
in it, right? So this was kind of the
Was-
space that we.
And then was this
operated.
over here? Like this? What was this?
This is in the dining room.
I think it's the dining room. I think this is where the grown-ups would sit. And like I said, we would sit here,
Yeah.
and the kitchen was there, and
And was
So
that
where is
additional
the-
in the back, or was that a screened-in porch?
that was a screen.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And then where would the bedroom, where would the bedroom have been?
That's a real good question.
Well, someone said that this room right here was always
Isn't this,
locked.
isn't this the one that comes off that
Yeah,
separate
yeah.
entrance?
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have been their bedroom, I don't think. I never went in that
I
room.
love
This
as
was
a
always.
kid what little we actually knew.
Remember, yeah.
Like what we like.
You're
like
into what's important to you
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
time.
Yeah,
yeah.
all
like,
had different perspectives.
I know, and you're like, but we don't know where they slept.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Did
this
they even
was-
sleep? I guess so.
There was an organ in the
Yes,
house.
yes. And there was food, and there was a fireplace, and there were presents.
I mean, that's the important stuff.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
when
I
you're
love it.
8 or 10, absolutely, yeah.
But I remember that.
Yeah,
I just,
that might be the most vivid feature other than the fireplace
Yeah.
for me. Remember the high ceilings?
So
and
as we go to renovate this house, that's one of the things I think about is like, okay, where are the bedrooms? Because this is a natural bedroom, that's a natural bedroom over there where we just were.
Yeah,
Unless you take that out and that becomes the living room
I mean,
again.
it could.
And then we've got an unfinished attic, well, finished attic.
It's
I guess.
finished, yeah.
It's got air conditioning and all that. So
Yeah.
That space looked really cool when I watched it on the
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
so-
We'll do go take a look, yeah.
some good ideas that we're rolling around as to how to do
So,
this.
well, we're just gonna restore it, and then people are
Of
gonna
course.
come in and live. I mean, here's the thing with a historic house: they're weird, right? Isaac, you live in one. Like your sister sleeps on the porch, right? That was
Used
like
to.
covered in or used to. and then
Used,
it was
yes, used to be in the
underground.
sunroom area.
Yeah, exactly. Like I grew up in a house from 8. I mean, I grew up in that White House, the Sandman's old house.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
At Ninth and
I
French.
worked for the
my
same.
God.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. We didn't know how
We
close
need, we
we
need
orbited.
my mom here. She
Yeah.
was like, I know.
Yeah. This is,
Y'all are from Academy.
this is wild.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. 1917. My great grandfather immigrated here from Greece in 1917 and owned half a downtown at one point and had Greek diners in Moss Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my great grandfather.
Did he have an ice cream parlor?
Yep.
Your dad would tell stories about going
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I remember as a little kid getting
Yeah,
lemon
Mike's.
ice cream there. Yeah, Mike's. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. I
I
had
know,
no
it's
idea
wild.
there was that much. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Wow.
So my
I don't know
point
if
is,
I'm related. This is getting weird.
we're both married in. We're married in.
It's
It's fine.
normal, so ish, so I think we're okay.
No, but the thing with historic homes is they're always a little
They
bit
are a little
wonky. And if you want this
I mean, this house didn't have a bathroom when it was built. So.
exactly, because it had outdoor plumbing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my point in saying that is that if you know that you want this house and you're watching this video, you're like, I know that I want this house, you better message me right now before we start doing stuff that you want a bedroom or you want something, because you could even buy it and we could fix it the way you want it.
Yeah.
Right? You just never know. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Oh, it was fun.
This has been so fun. Isaac, thank
fun.
you for shooting this.
We'll have to do a video when we're finished.
Oh, yeah.
And then say, what do you think? How do we do?
We will. We will.
We'd love to do that. Thanks for that. This was a hoot.
Yeah.
It really was.
Thank you
All
guys
right,
so
thanks,
much.
guys.
Come back next week.